It's been an eventful week on social media streets, from new revelations at the state capture inquiry to those who want to audition for the new drama series based on singer Lebo Mathosa's life. Multimedia consultant Dudu Mathebula joins us to unpack it all. Dudu, welcome to Morning News today. Thanks for your time.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, let's take a look at what trended, or the top trending story. The Lebo Mathosa story really piqued my interest. Tell me about that.
I mean, I think it's quite exciting. BET is doing an amazing thing. I think Lebo Mathosa is one of the icons in South Africa.
Absolutely.
Well, social media, as always, will have their own take on things. I know that Zoto Abantu is, has put a hand up to say that I also want to audition for it.
Whew.
And people have just been funny about it. People are saying, is she, cut for the role? I mean, can she act? All kinds of things. But I think it's quite exciting. I'm quite excited to see what's going to happen with that.
Well, the upside is that she can be skimpily dressed while she acts in that role.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it works out for her. Now, Tito Mboweni, he's very active on these Twitter streets, and he seems to have got himself into a spot of trouble with the ANC.
I think what's come out, like the biggest on social media is that Tito does not mince his words. I know it's a very crucial time in terms of, politicians and politicking, and, everybody's looking at not upsetting the most valuable player in all of this, which is the voter.
Absolutely.
So Tito just came out and said, listen, I don't agree with Sanral. I don't think we should scrap it. People must pay. And people
and this is in reference with Sanral saying that they would stop issuing summonses for people who have not paid their e-toll fees.
Exactly.
Yeah?
He's the money guy. He just says, listen, we do need the money, and people are not upset with that. They're not happy with that.
Absolutely. Taking a look at the state capture inquiry, speaking of the electorate and what's happening the run-up to the elections, the state capture inquiry, the ANC now wants to address the inquiry, but also to be given a chance to cross-examine witnesses. What were reactions on social media to that? Because initially we were told that with regards to the state capture inquiry, should, those who come through who are named or fingered in the inquiry, it's just a simple matter of it's individuals within the ANC who have whatever transgressions they've made. It's their own individual problem, but now the party itself wants to come along and cross-examine. What were the reactions to that?
The reactions were quite mixed. I think people who are really following the state capture will take politics quite seriously, and the involvement of those people that are fingered in the whole inquiry. People are saying, yes, it's the right thing to do. A lot of people have been saying that it is. I think the ANC's come out in support of that. And some people are saying, what difference does it make, really? For people that are on social media, I mean, they're free to voice out their opinions about every single thing. And I think the one thing that came out is that people are saying, yes, bring them to the front. We want to see who are those people. And if they'll be held liable.
Held accountable.
Yes.
Duduzane Zuma was obviously appearing in court on those culpable homicide charges, one of which was dropped. How did that do on Twitter or other social media?
On social media, I mean, I think there's obviously a court on Twitter. Right? People decide on things quite a lot, and I think a lot of people came out to say that politicians and children and family relatives that are close to politicians, as the former president, as we might know about Duduzane, people are saying, let him have his day in court. Fine, it happened in 2014, but he's never really been brought to book. So people are saying, good thing NPS won in this case, and we shall be hearing from him on this day. And I know that he's going to be one of the witnesses during his case.
Yeah, absolutely. Staying with politics, moving over to the EFF now, Kelly Khumalo and the whole controversy around her supposedly being booed and then walking off stage. Or she had another version of events, or some other people had a different version of events on Twitter, and people were saying, well, I didn't hear any booing. What happened with that, and how did that story do?
I mean, the story did, it's a lot of mixed reactions, I would say. Kelly went on stage. Obviously it was an EFF event, and she only managed to perform 2 songs, and people were chanting, not necessarily booing her, but they were chanting justice for Senzo. I think it's just one of those things that will always follow her. People are saying she was not involved enough, she didn't help the police, but honestly, is it Kelly's job to do the police's work? So a lot of people were saying she's going to be eternally crucified, for Senzo or her involvement or lack thereof, in this entire case. I mean, it happened in 2014. People are still asking her the questions on social media. It's quite a thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, well, talking about social media, on social media, Facebook announcing finally that they were going to do something about their white nationalism problem online. What are they doing, and what new steps are they implementing?
I mean, the new steps, in my understanding, is that they are going to get rid of supremacists, like people that are outright, going to be, prejudicing against other people. But my question is, I don't really understand it. My question is that how exactly are they going to be watching everybody who starts one group, one page here, one page there? I think it involves a lot of work, and I don't think it's something that they can necessarily introduce to people. I mean, it's in the comment section, you know how it is.
Yeah.
It could be, things that people post and then delete. So I think it's going to take some doing.
Especially considering that they have such a small community of content moderators to begin with.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see with the simple complaint on Facebook, you get that, that very standard response to you reporting something that's got, so it's going to take some doing. I really do believe so. Yeah. And those were the comments necessarily, like on social media. People were saying, how exactly is this going to happen?
Thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it. That was multimedia consultant Dudu Mathebula joining me in studio.